What's going on, people? Sorry, just sat here on the menu doing nothing at the moment. Do bear with me, just getting all set up. Okay. How are we all doing? All good, I hope. Nearly the end of the week. We're almost there. Hang in there, people. One more day. Unless you're a weekend worker, then I'm sorry. My mum's a weekend worker. And my girlfriend works most days. She does shift work, so I can't really brag about the weeks anymore. I can't really look forward to the weekend because it might touch a nerve. I don't know why I look at these challenges. Doesn't matter too much. I used to take them a lot more seriously. Like season 1, it just feels like a grind. I quite enjoyed doing all the season 1 challenges, and then they'll just reset. So I lost my motivation after that. Okay, let me just have a quick look at this. So we're at Spa today. Spa Day, as it's been called by myself. We don't actually have a time on time trial. Do a couple of laps just to get up to speed. Set some kind of target time. I'm almost guaranteed to set a peak personal best here in time trial. Hopefully stream quality doesn't look like shit either. I think it's okay. Hang on a second. Pure shit. Cheers, Ranger. Are you saying that as a... Are you saying that legitimately, or are you saying that as Ranger? And what I mean by that is you just take the piss. It's hard to tell. With you, I just assume it's always a joke. Shit stream, shit driver, shit driver. Thanks for the contribution! Before I got rid of you. You come and go like the wind. Yeah, like the wind out my ass, you do. What happened to us, Ranger? I thought we were pals. I was like your third best Rocket League player in your team. Thank you. I think it was around that time I really started to drop off as well. I used to be okay. Rocket League, and then it just got worse. Especially when the tournaments turned up. I just blame poor management, I guess, really. You're a true visionary. Thanks, Ranger. Tell me, how many Rocket League titles did you win? You weren't terrible at Rocket League. I'm just waiting for the punchline. Hang on. Oh my word. So at the beginning of the session I said, oh, it'd be easy to set a personal best here. I just need to do one legal lap. And I just can't do it. So what are our expectations today? Apart from getting the piss absolutely ripped out of me by Ranger. I think we should do okay today. We've got a new power unit in our McLaren. Or relatively new. It's only done one wet race. We've got two very power unit sensitive circuits coming up next. End of the European season, of course. These last two races, or these next two. Quite far behind in the championship. Although in saying that, Hamilton did lose a lot of points in the last race. We gained 25 back on him. He's still like 41 clear though. But we've got some momentum, finally. We had two bad races prior to Hungary. Right, I'm going to do one more lap, and if this is invalidated, I'm just going to turn the stream off. Do the race on my own. Just sitting there throwing a tantrum. I am still on the pad, yes. Yeah, that's not going to change for the foreseeable. My god. that was close. Stop being a bitch. Okay. Well, in an ideal world, I would have my wheel. And I'd be using that. But this isn't an ideal world. Right, we set a lap, I've had enough. I don't think that was a very good lap, actually. I swear Wycombe's set a lap 2 seconds faster. Hang on, let me just check the time trial. A second and a half off. That's pretty bad. I mean, he's a esports finalist, you know? So he's meant to be quick. Oh, I have an unread message. Okay, let's do the career mode. What we were all here to see. So only 9% on the engine and the MGUH, which is good. The MGUK is lasting pretty well. I think I'm going to keep that. And the rest are all green as well, so it should be fine. Phil, you made it! Right on cue. Norris somehow 92 rating overall still. Makes no sense. How long does it take to buy all of these perks? Is it actually possible to max these out in career mode? Are we buying like one every season? Earning no money at all? So there's the standings. So we are... Yes, we are 41 points behind. Come on. So... kind of there, but not really. It's all... it's almost enough to generate enough fake excitement to keep people interested. But I think it's more race wins that we'll be looking for rather than overall championship. Unless Hamilton has like a seriously bad second half of this season. And I mean he's on form. He's got form for it now. Only came 10th last time. Well, he qualified 10th in the dry, which was strange, but we were lucky it was wet. Because I don't think we would have won that race if it wasn't wet. But good chances for rain in the next two races. Especially here. Let's get on with it, shall we? Also, towards the end, when the race is over, I might jump onto another game tonight. It's Steam sale season again. And my wish list just lit up with like 75% off deals everywhere. Okay, no rain in the race. A bit cloudy, but no rain. And I've pulled the trigger on a few. I think I bought like... Yeah, it's been expensive. I'm basically holding out to payday on Monday now to kind of save me. But I spent 50 quid on like 8 games, I think, today. It felt like. I think it was about like 7 or 8. So games are going cheap. There's like there's like 60, 70 games in my backlog now. It doesn't look good. I mean, it looks good because I can just play them whenever, but it doesn't look good in that I'm never going to touch them, you know? Okay. FP1.
We're going to be logging some extra data during this session. Nothing you need to worry about, but as we have some new parts, we'll just confirm they're performing to spec.
Looks a bit grey outside there as well. So Phil, you'll be pleased to hear that today, during a quiet moment at work, I managed to edit the Left 4 Dead stream that we had. So I'm going to post that in the near future.
When you get a chance, make sure to run some of our practice programs. They don't all need to be done in one session, but there's valuable data there to help race strategies.
See us struggle through Chernobyl. I'll tell you though, I had I'm almost gonna. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna say anyway. So when we did our Crash Bandicoot stream, sorry, not stream. It wasn't streamed, but I recorded it anyway, just because I just wanted to look back at it and just think, what the fuck was happening there? What the hell is this? And then my computer blew up during the week, so I had to reset. So I lost my file of the recording of the Crash Bandicoot one, which is a shame. So I might have put that together as well and make something, because that was a fun night as well. I keep forgetting what I'm doing. I'm just flicking through the menus. There we go. Blowed up. Yeah. There's a story to that as well. So my computer, as you know, I got a new CPU not too long ago, and a new motherboard along with it. And my PC has picked up a bit of a quirk recently now, in that every time, well, it just happens at random. So obviously when it boots up, it does its little beep noise like it does when it does its, you know, startup sequence. And every now and then, the beep happens during, like, when I'm using the computer. It just beeps at a random point. And it only beeps once. Now I think I've been pulling my hair out just trying to figure out what it actually is. Initially the code suggests, well, when I Google it, generally apparently one beep means that there's like a RAM or memory failure. So I was like, right, okay. Tried changing, tried reseating the RAM, tried making sure, it was all fine. And it still kept beeping. I was like, right, okay. Got a good deal on, and then I bought some new RAM, a newer model. Or just newer model. It just needed newer RAM. That's all, I guess. I thought. So I got that and plugged it in, and it still beeps. So I'm sitting there thinking, I have no idea what is causing this beep. And it's a new motherboard, so I'm kind of loath to think it's that. Like there's an issue with that. I've tried listening out for when it beeps and coming up with theories. I think possibly if the CPU gets a bit too hot, it beeps, and then I hear the fans start whirring up. So I don't know if it's like a sensor thing. But anyway, I couldn't figure out what this beep was. And then one solution, or one night, I just thought, right, I'm just gonna take the whole thing apart and just make sure that everything, like, there's no like plastic on it or nothing. So I started taking apart my PC.
This is a really strong foundation to build from over the
And I went to take the heatsink out. I'm using the stock heatsink at the moment, and the stock cooler with my Ryzen. And the heatsink. I mean, I've only had it in not too long ago. But I mean, when I put the heatsink in, it had so much thermal paste on it. Like, it was literally all over the heat. Like, covered the whole square of the heatsink. So I didn't actually need to apply any thermal paste when I installed. I thought great. At the time, I thought great. But when I went to take it apart during the week, the CPU had stuck to the heatsink, and so panicked a little bit. But it was like no big deal. I got put some warm air, like a hairdryer to it. But before I did that, I actually attempted to pull it out from when it was actually within, because I didn't know how stuck it actually was. So I gave it a bit of force, and it actually ended up ripping the CPU out from the socket, despite, you know, while it was still locked in. I thought, shit, done something here. Done something, it's not good. And it turned out I'd bent some of the pins on the CPU, and I was just thinking, oh god, I've ruined it. So I spent like a whole night just trying to like surgically bend the pins back into some kind of shape, and now I've got it. I've managed to get it all back in, and it seems to be working. But then the next day, me thinking it all fixed and everything, and then I just kept getting blue screens randomly. I've done like a Windows update the next day, and it literally bricked. It bricked my computer. I could only get in by safe mode, and at the time I didn't think to save the files. I didn't think to save any of because most of my stuff I've got all like backed up in the cloud or in like Dropbox or whatever, but not the video stuff. So all the stuff that I recorded got lost when I had to reset, unfortunately. So it's been a stressful week on the computer side, and it still beeps as well after all that. So it's not affecting anything. It's not causing any crashes. It's not freezing. There's no freezing. So I'm convinced it's not a memory issue. It's just some little quirk. And even in like the motherboard manuals, there's nothing showing up at all. So I don't know what the problem is. And it still beeps. So I'm trying to record like an instance of when it does beep. So maybe I'm just thinking next thing I'm going to have to do is just contact the manufacturer and see what they say. I've tried Googling it. No one seems to have this issue, it seems. Except one guy, actually, sorry. One guy has the exact same issue with the same motherboard, and there was no proper response. Apart from suck up and put up with it, in other words. So I don't know what the right thing to do is. I'm stuck with a beeping computer. An intermittently beeping computer. It never did it before, so I'm convinced it must be a motherboard thing. Must be. Initially, at one point, I thought I was actually going crazy. I thought I was actually hearing the beep myself, and the computer was making no noise. I thought I was going actually insane.
This test is all about tyre management. Try to control the slip through each corner and take extra care putting the power down at the apex.
Did the same thing that you did, Phil. Oh god. We actually know nothing about computers. Oh, you actually broke one. Mate, that's just devastating. I was so lucky none of them broke. I had it like underneath a lamp so I could see like really clearly. I was trying so hard to get them back in one place. So I'm like at a point now where I'm just afraid to even take the CPU out at all. I'm never taking it out again. It's stuck in that motherboard now. So there's no chance I'm sending that motherboard back. It's been working for the most part. Well, that's good. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so tonight, I'm thinking of playing a new game tonight. After this, I think I know which one as well. So stay tuned for that. You ordered a new one. When did you do that? How long ago was that? Ordered it yesterday. Yeah, I don't like it when it blue screens full stop at all, really.
This is good, and tyre wear was okay on the last lap.
Yeah, not a fan when it crashes. I'm just like I tend to get a bit OCD about stuff like that. It's never straightforward, is it? When there's an issue with your computer, there's always you always have to try 500 different things. And that beeping's gonna just bug the hell out of me. Trying to save my tyres here is just this is challenging. Come on, lift. There we go. Norris still ahead at the moment, which is interesting. We seem to have really taken a step backwards as a team, actually, this season so far. Development has not kept up with the other teams.
Expect to see some rain about 10.
It's been shocking. But it's good to see Norris top of, even ahead of Hamilton. I mean, there's a tyre difference there. And it doesn't matter in practice. But good to see. It's entirely possible that the bias is a setting. See, I checked this as well. And all I can see is things related to like the fan settings.
ETA is about 50.
The thing is, I don't want to turn off any warning beeps. I don't even think there's actually an option. I couldn't find anything to do with switching off beeps. I don't want to turn them off in case there is like a genuine issue in future as well. I don't know. It's very much trial and error, and because it only happens intermittently as well, I'm waiting. Like I'm spending hours just trying to get that issue sorted as well. It's not something that I can just switch on or, you know, force overnight, really. Anyway, I've only had that motherboard and that new processor for 2 months now, I think. That's meant to last me. That's gonna last me years. Or it's meant to last me years. Yeah, it wasn't pre-built. Built it with my own 2 hands. I don't think there's much else to upgrade on my computer now, or that I want to upgrade. Probably the GPU. The GPU is like 7 years old now, but yeah, it still holds up pretty well. So I've got no need to buy a new one. Although when the 3070 comes out, or becomes a bit more widely available, then maybe I'll get that. Kind of putting some money aside for that and for the PS5 as well. I don't know when I'm ever going to get the PS5 though. Probably like spring next year is likely. But it's just such an easy target to hit. Okay, sweet. Next one down. Is it gonna rain? Probably, so we'll just skip to the next session.
The session has drawn to a close, so let's review our top 3. Bottas, Verstappen, and Alexander Albon.
Just excited to see what the new game is. I'm gonna leave you in suspense, I think.
We'll be back shortly for more Formula 1 action.
I don't even know how it's really gonna go. I did a quick test just to boot the game up to see if it worked earlier. Don't look though. Don't go and look. Because that would just spoil the surprise really. And I've just given the game away there by saying that. But don't care. You got yourself a theory? You haven't looked, okay. Do you want to share your theory, or are you gonna wait till the results come in? Right, what game am I going to play after this? Let's all get thinking. Maybe I don't actually have an idea. Maybe I'm winging it. Maybe I'm waiting to see what Phil thinks I'm going to play. That way you can lie if you wait. Alright, fine. But what if you actually have the power? What if actually I'm waiting for you to tell me something? No, because I'll get something like some game that I don't actually even have.
When you break, the center of mass moves forward. When you accelerate, it
or Lego Star Wars or something.
When you turn, it is pushed to the outside of the car.
Lego Star Wars would be a fun stream of it. Now that I think about it.
This is the ERS management test. Hit the target time whilst
Doesn't have online though, does it?
The more efficiently you use energy throughout the lab, the higher you will score.
Blind eyes. No, you're right. Please don't. Well, I'm gonna say now. It's a shower with your dad simulator. It's not really. It's definitely a PG friendly game. You bet your theory's going to be way off base. But you can just share now if you want. If you want, I won't tell you if you're wrong or not. Is it an FPS? No. It isn't. Well then. No, it's not Battlefield 2142. It's not Team Fortress 2. It's not either of those. It's not Overwatch. I don't even have Overwatch installed actually. So, it's not Warzone. Those also aren't new. It's not Call of Duty, Black Ops. I don't even know what other new shooters there actually are out. Okay, so it's going to rain in FP3 it looks like, so I'm just going to get these out of the way. Get them out of the way early. These target times they're setting are atrocious.
Okay, we need a few solid laps here to help us calculate a good race strategy.
They're bad at Spa. Balanced out because you're bad at Spa. Yeah. Well, you just missed at the beginning when I used my usual time trial stuff.
Rain in 10 minutes.
I'm about a second and a half off Chris Holstein, so not very good. And in saying that, he's very good at this. So, but still a second and a half off. It's quite a long way. Yeah, Chris is good. I know. I saw him live in that esports event that he went to. Physically went there. But I think that's when I met him for the first time, actually. Ah, Phil, you should have come. We'll just have to do our own meet up at some point. When the Rona is over, well, we should do something. That would be really sweet. Get the old gang back together.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
The pace actually looks really good. really will be interested to see where we stack up when we bolt on the soft tyres.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
We're ahead of all the other medium runners, so okay, don't touch that inside curve at Puhon, because that's a killer. That's a retirement waiting to happen. A flashback waiting to be used. Looks a little greyer and misty on this side of the track now. I know rain's coming.
We're expecting rain in around 10 to 15 minutes. Dries seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Seem like. Thank you, Sherlock.
Okay, super job so far.
Jobber done. So why no Left 4 Dead on Saturday? Got a call with my friends on Saturday night. Can I just ask real quick, is the stream, is that looking good to you? Is that looking smooth when I'm out on track? Because I'm looking back at my playback and it keeps being choppy, and I don't know if that's just me. It's a bit choppy.
The rain is a few laps out yet, but it is coming. Be careful.
It's a bit hit and miss this game sometimes. It is actually like that. Okay. Let me just have a look at the settings real quick. Hang on. Okay, let's we're back. Just want to try. I've changed something, but
I know it's tempting to focus entirely on the race, but we should put a bit of time aside to run the qualifying sim program. Try to run it before the end of FP3 if you can.
I think it still looks a bit broken, doesn't it? I think. Let's see. Let's go out. Let's go out and test it. Test it out. Because the game is buttery smooth, but for some reason OBS is a bit janky sometimes.
So that's what we need to beat.
If I could just have some feedback, if that's alright. I'd like to get it sorted before the race, if possible. Still a bit. Okay. I will, yeah, I might give it a quick reset in a second. Just me switching the stream on and off. See, before I reset my computer as well, I think I had the settings spot on, and now I can't remember what I did. So,
We don't think it's going to stay dry for much longer. The rain could come at any moment. Watch out.
oh well, it's looking good lap time wise here. Bitrate's too high? Yeah, probably. It's on the standard, just for 720p 60 FPS. But I'll try a couple of things. It's okay. Let's finish this lap. Across the line.
Program complete and a job well done.
Let's go to the garage. Hang on. Let me just see that distance. Four temps. I'm a bit concerned by that gap. It's quite a way ahead.
Our best lap.
Okay, let's just have a reset.
1:43.1.
Stay in the chat. I'm just gonna disappear. Make some changes to the stream. And be back soon. Oh, the bitrate is going high for some reason. Why is it going above what I want it set? Okay, anyway, 1 second, let me just reset. 1 moment.